Working there, living there, doing the thing. Hey, congrats on the success here of Kinky Boots. It's got to feel good. Your second time returning to the show, 5-week stint in the spring. You play the lead, Charlie Price. You shaved your beard for it. You got all pared down. So what's been your, I don't know, the favorite part of the production for you? What do you like the most?
I think just a chance to kind of stretch a different muscle. You know, I've been fortunate enough for the last 10 years to be a musician and play music and all that. But to really get to kind of cut my teeth with the acting side of things has been fun.
Was Broadway on the bucket list a long time ago, or did it just sort of become a thing?
I think acting in general was kind of on the bucket list.
Yeah.
You know, there were some opportunities coming off of Idol immediately that I wasn't able to take advantage of just because the machine and the schedule and all that. And kind of, Kinky Boots and I had kind of been circling the wagons on each other for a few years. But I think we had been talking as early as 2015, maybe.
Okay.
And then this pocket opened up to try it, and it's been just a blast. I think just to get to attack a character like this, where there are some similarities, you know, there's some stuff to lean on, but I think there's some things about Charlie that really present a challenge for me, and to get to help tell that story is awesome.
It's a really fun show. We want to know, what's your assessment of walking in heels, though? Have you mastered it at this point?
Mastered is a strong word. I've always had an appreciation for people that wear uncomfortable shoes, because I have giant feet. So, but I have a new appreciation for it. I actually, I think it was Saturday evening show, I broke one of the heels.
Oh, you did?
Right at the beginning of the final number, and had to do the whole last number like
limping
on the toe. So,
oh my gosh.
it's yeah, hats off to you.
See, it's not easy. No. We actually have a fan question. One user wants to know, how long does it take you to change into your red thigh-high boots during a show?
I basically have, so there's I have this phone call scene where where Charlie's calling Lola, and then I run off stage, and I have, I guess, however long Jay Harrison's song is, maybe 2.5 minutes to change, like full costume and into the boots. So it's a quick change, but
you rock 'em.
I've got it down to a science.
Yeah, you got it. You're doing it. And I would imagine the boots, they're your size. Do you get to keep those?
I wish.
Oh, come on. You gotta sneak away.
I wanted to bronze them like baby shoes.
Yeah, right. Put them somewhere.
They stay at the factory on the off chance that I get to come back again.
We'll see. All right, you're buttoned up, clean shaven. We mentioned this. You also have to hide all the tattoos, right? That's a thing for you as this sort of extrovert, this rocker that we got to know you as on Idol and through your music since. What's the strangest or most foreign part of the Charlie transformation?
I think you hit the nail on the head. It's really just, I think Charlie, there's this inner turmoil with Charlie throughout the whole play that kind of comes out and culminates in the second act. But really it's just fighting that internal battle through the entire show. He's being pulled in 2 different directions, you know, the family business and then moving to London with his fiance. And that's always the challenge for me, is really trying to find that headspace every night.
Yeah. Well, you do a great job. As I said, I just saw it last week. Fantastic.
We saw on Instagram you have some famous friends who came to visit. Carrie Underwood was just there in May. We obviously love her here at People. Cyndi Lauper actually wrote the show. She came. So this is kind of performing in front of the boss. So how do you not get in your head when she's an audience? Like, what goes through your mind knowing she's there?
I think that's the most frightening idea ever.
Well, one of my favorite stories is actually, so my first run, Kirsten Maldonado from Pentatonics was playing Lauren. And Lauren has this number, History of Wrong Guys, while I'm sitting up in this office. And then after the number, she comes up in the office and we have a chance to chat with no mics on or whatever. And she comes up and she goes, thank God that's over. I was like, why, are you sick? Like, what's wrong? And she goes, oh no, Cindy's in the crowd tonight. I had no idea. And I still have, like, I have the second act number coming up, and so the whole second act, I was just like,
yeah, right.
Don't mess up the words, don't mess up the words. But man, she's been, Cindy's been incredible. I've gotten a chance to talk to her a few times, and she's always been really complimentary, which is like kind of
I feel like
I feel
like you get that first performance with her in the audience out of the way, and then you're like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, anytime I have somebody I know in the audience, it always adds a little element of anxiety. My mom came to the show last run, and within 5 minutes, I'd fallen down the stairs on stage.
Like, Mom, never come again.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
One of the main messages of the show is that we as human beings are a lot more alike than we think. What's something you've learned since stepping into this role, and what will you take with you after that final bow?
I think this show, for me, this show's acceptance and inclusion and celebrating differences. And man, in a climate where I feel like we could probably use a lot more of acknowledging and embracing those concepts. So I feel like the show's just as poignant as ever, and to get to tell that story and be a part of this cast. I mean, there's so many great people, so much great talent. Man, it's such an honor. Yeah.
All right, let's ask this really quick. I want to talk about American Idol just a little. Posted a sweet message on the night of this year's finale.
Oh!
No, listen, you posted the message.
I'm kidding.
It's been 10 years since the big win.
Yeah.
What sticks out about your time on the show now?
You know, it's funny. It's one of those things. Like every time I've been fortunate enough to go back since then, it's still such a fraternity. It's still such a
Look at that guy. Look at that guy.
Oh boy, I am so tired in that photo. That was like 36 hours up. It's such a cool family, and a lot of the same people behind the scenes are still there. So. I loved my time on that show, except for that haircut.
You're going on an acoustic tour later this fall. Why acoustic? I mean, is this going to be kind of a piece of cake after 8 shows a week on Broadway?
It's just going to be different. The Broadway thing is a grueling schedule, but I think it's a different style of singing. The acoustic thing, I'm excited just to go out and present these songs in a different format. You know, I've done the full band thing now for a while, so to get to look back on these songs, tell the story behind them, all that.
Real quick, we're out of time. Fan question. Back on Broadway again, ever in the future, after this run?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay,
all right.
It's open. There you go. Thank you so much, David.
Thank you.
Great to see you. You guys check him out on Kinky Boots on Broadway right now, and look out for him on tour this fall. The acoustic tour.
I know. All right, have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.